mysterious objects held by Egyptian gods depicting powerful electric devices. No doubt they had ancient technology we don't even know about today. There were many things going on in the ancient world and are still mesmerizing and confusing archaeologists and historians. And according to the current development and scientific discovery, we can assume that ancient civilizations possess highly advanced technology. We find this, and we also find, of course, these depictions in hieroglyphs and even in legends in the city of Abydos in Egypt, where the temple named Osirian, dedicated to the Egyptian god Osiris, is found. According to the ancient Egyptian legends, this place was actually believed to be the way to the next world. At the sunset, the place looks like a golden staircase leading to the afterlife. Osirian is an ancient Egyptian temple place located near the mortuary temple of Seti I, dating back to 3150 BC. In a specially dug pit, it's believed that Osiris was killed by his brother Seth, that buried his body parts all over Egypt. Later, Osiris' sister and wife collected all his body parts, put them together in the temple of Abydos, where his head was buried, and restored him back to life. After this incident, Osiris became known as the Lord of the Underworld, so the legend goes. Once Seti I was searching for a place for his temple and found it near the Nile River. As he started to dig the place for the foundation of his temple, he accidentally discovered the ancient temple of Osiris, so there is no information when it was built, but at least it's known that it is older than Seti's temple. Then he decided not to remove the temple and constructed his temple on the left. Joshua J. Mark, a director of Ancient History Encyclopedia, writes, his worship, that is Osiris, spanned 2,000 years from shortly before the early dynastic period, 3150 to 2613 BC, to the Ptolemaic dynasty, 323 to 330 BC, the last dynasty to rule Egypt before the coming of Rome. It's also possible that the last emperor, of course, the last pharaoh of Egypt was a descendant of Ptolemy, Cleopatra. And she was, of course, from Greek lineage. So the last dynasty to rule Egypt before the coming of Rome. It's also possible that Osiris was worshipped in some form in the pre-dynastic period of Egypt, 6,000 to 3,150 BC. The last dynasty to rule Egypt before the coming of Rome. So that probably he originated at that time, 6,000 to 3,000 BC. The temple was built at the level of deposits, which formed for over millennia. A wall of sedimentary rock can be found near the Osirian temple. Interestingly, the hieroglyphs on the temple wall depict unusual objects that do not relate to that time. The image shows Deir pillar. It was very famous, depicting two ancient Egyptian figures holding a cylindrical object, which, according to the Egyptologists, is a symbol of strength and power. Now, however, ancient astronaut theorists believe that it is an electrical insulator of a strange shape, and there are several such paintings, murals. And also strange wavy rays can be seen emerging from the three vessels that are connected together and held by an Egyptian figure. There are two theories that hint at what this mysterious wall of art could be. The first one suggests that these are just ordinary vessels for drinking water or juices, while the second theory states that it may be a symbolic depiction of the source of life force that the gods bestow on the pharaohs. However, looking closely, it's inconvenient to pour water from three vessels at once, and also at the position in which they're held, water cannot pour out unless using some high-tech device. Another theory regarding the Jed pillars suggests that it's an electrical device. These are some sources of power, similar to electric batteries like the Baghdad battery, found in Mesopotamia that are more than 2,000 years old. On the other hand, the Egyptian figure can be seen holding, in the other hand, some kind of a receiver. Well, what these objects are is still a matter of doubt for many historians because of their strange shapes. Generally, Egypt is full of symbols or attributes that refer to a particular god, but the items that these figures are holding in their hands are solid, and their look suggests that they were real objects of purely practical purpose. This is by House and Wise Vicky Verma. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.